Hi, everyone. I am Wendy Watson, the hostess with the Mostest for the Sass Cash and Class Conference that I am hosting right here in Denver on April 5th, 2025. It is a full day, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and then, of course, drinks after of amazing speakers where we are talking about and showing you how you can have everything the health, the wellness, the business, the house, the relationships, the kids, the fitness routines, the nutrition,
Mhm.
all at once in harmony with each other without feeling like you have to sacrifice anything. Because you don't. You don't have to sacrifice the health and wellness for the kids. You don't have to sacrifice the business for the relationships. So we're going to have a huge lineup of keynote speakers. And right now we have Amanda Taylor, who is one of our expert panelists for the Business and Finance Workshop. Hi, Amanda. Would you like to introduce yourself for a moment?
Yeah, thank you, Wendy. I am excited to be part of the conference. Amanda Taylor. I own multiple businesses. I'm a real estate investor. I flip houses. I manage rental properties. We do land development. And then I've got a business development company that I help entrepreneurs leverage technology to generate more revenue. And ultimately, what are we doing with that revenue? We don't want to just make the money to pay the bills. We want to grow our wealth and build generational wealth and teach our children everything that they need to know to be successful and empowered as they enter the workforce themselves.
Yes. So why the SAS Cash and Class Conference?
It's exactly what you said. I got into a position, if I'm just speaking about finances, I am very passionate about teaching women about wealth. To be confident in wanting wealth and to get the knowledge to grow their wealth. I found myself in a position a couple of years ago where I had been previously relying on someone else's retirement plan, pension, whatever, and I was in a position like I'm responsible. This is me, and I get to do what I want, and I'm going to build the life I want and learn how to make the most out of my money that I'm making in my business. So, really, I have a passion for teaching women the tools and strategies needed to really build financial freedom for themselves.
Love that. And it's so needed no matter what stage you're in life, right? So
Mhm.
whether you're a teenager and you need to learn at least the basic concepts of finances, you're in your 20s and 30s, and now maybe you're getting married and having kids and trying to manage those finances, or later in life when there might be a life situation that happens that changes your financial
Yeah.
situation. And there's a lot of women out there that rely or the man is in charge of the finances. And then when something happens, they're like, and they're deer in the headlights. What would you say to those women or to those a little bit to those
Yeah.
demographics on why finances are so important?
I mean, we want to be strong, independent women, even if we have a truly supportive and amazing partner. It's to have that confidence about money, about our knowledge of money, knowing where our money goes, and knowing how to exponentially grow it through the right strategies and tools. I work mostly with self employed people or entrepreneurs. And we are so limited in our society, we think. By not having a W 2, it's harder to get a home loan. We don't have a 401k. I am a proud Gen Xer, and I know I'm probably not going to have Social Security. So, putting yourself in a position of knowing no one's coming to save you, we got to rely on ourselves. So, let's do as much as possible to educate ourselves and to make those smart money moves that are going to set us up for a beautiful future.
Absolutely. So we are inviting our women to bring their nieces, their daughters, their cousins, the younger generation of female.
Mhm.
Why should they bring the next
All the
generation that's
reasons.
coming up
Yeah,
or the next
all the
couple?
reasons. I, for one, are starting a nonprofit for family financial literacy because I do believe it is so important to build that into your kids. You don't learn this stuff in high school, you don't learn this stuff in college. And I particularly tell my 9-year-old niece, I'm like, all right. You are responsible for you. You can do anything you want. And people tell little girls all the time, you can do anything you want, but let me give you the tools to really to do it successfully, and to just own it. Some women are so afraid to talk about money, or so afraid to say they want to be wealthy. We're going to take that taboo out. We're going to open up that conversation with our daughters, with our nieces, and really take it away completely, and really empower them to take control of their future and understand all the different ways that they have the power to be the builder.
So what do you hope to bring to the expert panel yourself?
Mine is just, I do a lot of creative financing, and I've got so many tools and programs that, the banks don't offer and people can't teach you. And until you just go learn it all for yourself, you don't know who to listen to. You don't have to listen to me, but I've done it all. And like I said, I work very closely with entrepreneurs to evaluate, like, how much money are you making each month? What are you spending money on? And how do we take what's left over? First, maximize it. And second, invest it. It's not about spending, it's about investing, and learning what return is and how to get the most return. And it may not be, it's all about cash flow, it's all about assets, it's all about insurance policies. There's so many different ways. So I hope that I can bring a little different perspective to investing outside of the stock market, outside of your 401k. There's so much out there that I just want to bring a lot of exposure to.
Awesome. So are they going to be able to get some tips and tricks to take away at the conference that they can start implementing immediately?
Yeah, absolutely. I love to talk to people about, everybody has a P&L, profit and loss statement for your business. And if you're not tracking those things accurately, you're leaving money on the table, every month. I think as entrepreneurs, we fall into the trap of trying to do everything ourselves. We spend all our time, wrestling with marketing strategies, social media, messaging. It's all time that we could be spending doing the thing that we got into business to do. So, for example, if you bill $150 an hour for your expertise, and you spend 10 hours this week struggling with putting a marketing campaign together, something that a professional could do in 2 hours, I want people to recognize, how much is that DIY approach really costing you? A doctor doesn't manufacture their own medical equipment. A restaurant doesn't grow its own food. So while it is a cost to have it done, pay for speed and pay for it to be done right, so that you can do the revenue generating activities. And I think that's a thing that people miss. If you can really do the equation of how much time you're spending on the things that are not your zone of genius versus what you could be doing with that time to really grow your business, I think that's the number one thing I could tell people right now, is just to really evaluate, what is it costing you to not pay for professionals?
One of the best things I heard is that if it costs you more than what you make an hour, or less than what you make an hour, or your hours worth of labor, then you should be hiring it to somebody else.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Yes.
100%.
I love it. So what do you hope our audience, who are likely going to be women between 35 and 65, could be a mix of entrepreneurs and employees, wide range of people, right? What do you hope that they take away from your experience on the expert panel?
You can do anything. You can absolutely do anything, whether you're an entrepreneur or a W-2 employee. Everybody watches HGTV, right? You've watched all the house flipping shows. And everybody thinks, oh, I'd like to do that one day. And maybe you're not going to be in there with your tools and tearing down a house, but I can give you specific ways to get involved in real estate investing that don't involve you taking a sledgehammer to some cabinets, although that is the fun part. So
Agreed.
it doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur generating your own revenue, building your own business, or if you're somebody who just has some cash and you maybe don't trust the stock market or the, the deflation of the American dollar. Let's talk about real concrete things that you can do to protect yourself and protect your wealth.
I love it. All right, you guys, you heard it from her yourself. She's going to give you tools that you can take home that night that you can start implementing immediately. And she's got a wealth of knowledge. She knows what she's doing. She's been through it before, you know. Come to the Sass Cash and Class conference next April 5th, right here in Denver. Click the link below and get registered. It will sell out. We're expecting about 100, 150 people. So I promise you, you're going to want to be here with our lineup of speakers. Come meet Amanda in person and ask her questions. Get to know her, network with her, do all the things. She's an amazing person. I love her. And I look forward to seeing you in Denver next April 5th. We're going to have a little few drinks after, so come hang out and party with us.